quick and crispy Mongolian pork. So a little bit sweet, a little bit salty. That's kind of what we've
got
going on.
Yeah. So we're starting with our pork tenderloin. So one of the leanest cuts of pork.
Right.
All fresh pork is actually considered lean or extra lean with the exception of ribs. So we've trimmed it up, we've taken the silver skin off. I've already butterflied it, so we've cut it through the center, but not all the way through.
Okay, so that's butterflying, just kind of not all the way through, just a little bit.
That's right.
Okay.
So we're just gonna kind of press it down with the palm of our hand, just kind of flatten it. Doesn't need to be super flat, but just a little bit.
Okay, and is there a particular reason why you want to flatten it just a little bit?
Just to make those strips just a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So we're just gonna press it down, and then we're gonna take our knife, and we're gonna start slicing our strips. So about 1/4 inch thick, and we're cutting across the grain, and that's gonna create a little bit more of a tender morsel.
Okay.
Say.
Across
so
the
just, across the grain, 1/4 inch strips. With a nice sharp knife. Once you get to the center of the tenderloin, you might want to start cutting them in half. And again, it's just so that they cook up and they crisp up nice and fast.
Okay.
So we would go ahead and cut that whole tenderloin.
The whole thing.
But we've got another tenderloin here that's already done.
Yeah.
We've seasoned it with some salt and pepper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take cornstarch.
So is this like a mix of cornstarch and flour, or just straight up cornstarch?
This is just straight up cornstarch.
This is like the ultimate thing for frying, and like, why is that?
Yeah, so it just helps your meat crisp up in the frying pan really nice. It's a great thickening agent as well. So you'll see when we get to adding our sauce, how quickly it actually does thicken.
Okay.
So this is kind of the easiest way to do this. We're just gonna do this in batches as well. We're not gonna do this whole bowl of pork strips at the same time, because we want to allow a little bit of room in the frying pan for all of the strips to cook evenly.
Right. So just give it the old shakeroo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So super easy.
And you've already had this pan. Obviously, the oil's been heating up in here for a bit.
The pan is warm. We could
boy.
maybe even turn that temperature down a little
See
bit.
if I can figure out how to do that.
Just on the.
Let's see.
Just hold the. Let's see what happens here. No, you know what? I think
okay?
we're good. Yeah. So.
New appliances.
We're just going to shake off some of the cornstarch.
Okay.
Because we don't need all of that cornstarch on the strips.
You know what? Maybe while you're doing that, I'm wondering if you want me to like mix up the marinade here or start
Sure.
getting that together.
Yeah,
okay,
that would be
so
great.
It appears to me as though this is brown sugar. We've got red pepper flakes in here as well.
That is actually ground ginger and red pepper
ground ginger.
flakes.
Oh, okay.
And then fresh garlic. And then you're adding those ingredients to soy sauce, cornstarch, and honey.
Ah, yes, bee-made honey. Another local product. Of course, we're all about that here on Great Taste. And yeah, getting back to your cornstarch comment earlier, this is going to hit the pan. We've got our pork in here already. These are the ones that you did earlier. And so just put this on in here now.
Maybe hold off on that for just a second.
Okay.
Maybe can we move that pork around a little bit and make sure it's all
done?
That looks good. Perfect.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this.
And you know what? A great alternative for this recipe is to use an air fryer.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just, get that moving a little bit. That's right.
Hello.
You can even
just explosion of
turn that right down. And look at how that, it thickened up pretty quick.
Just done. So fast, and it really does smell so incredibly beautiful. And then you've got these sesame seeds here as well, right?
Yeah, so that's just a little bit of garnish.
Put that on top. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? So we've got 3 recipes that we're going to make here tonight. What I'm going to do is I've been told I have to have some of this. So I'm going to try some, and then when we come back, we're going to move on to recipe number 2, which is the easy mushu pork, right here on Great Taste of Manitoba. Don't go away.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by the Government of Canada and Manitoba Agriculture and Resource Development through the Canadian Agricultural Partnership.